So where was the first time I saw a snake? Okay, so this is a really nice question. The first time I ever saw a snake was during a safari when I was really young and I had gone to Pange, and I still remember it was the afternoon safari, and I had seen a really beautiful checkered keelback in the thickets of the forest on the left. Our naturalist had showed it to us. It was really far away from the jeep, but it was a really beautiful checkered keelback. Hi guys, so I was literally editing the video right now, and I realized that that wasn't the first time I've ever seen a snake. Actually, a few years before I went to Paint, when I was about 9, 10 years old, I went abroad and I was actually at a theme park with my parents. I was waiting in line for a ride, and basically, there was a lot of greenery on either side of the ride. The park was really close to the wild, and there was a lot of nature everywhere. And I still remember while I was waiting in line, on the left of the line where I was standing on the wall, I saw a really beautiful red colored snake, and I was literally like 9, 10 years old, and I still remember when I saw the snake. It was the first time I'd ever seen a snake, and I remember telling my parents, there's literally a snake right there. And I remember we told one of the employees who worked at the theme park, and they knew who to call to get the snake to safety. But it was literally such an amazing experience that I got to see the first snake of my life there. So when I thought about telling you guys this story, I thought, what if I still actually have the picture? So I went through my gallery, my really old pictures back when I was a child that my parents had taken of that theme park. So I went through my gallery, and literally after scrolling right up all the way up to like 2010, 11, I found, when I was at that theme park, I found the picture of that beautiful snake that I had seen back then. And this is the picture. As you guys can see, it's a really beautiful milk snake that I had seen, and this is the first snake that I had ever seen in my life. Second time I ever saw a snake was when I was 16 or something, and I still remember I was on my way to a hotel near a lake, and on the way I saw a really beautiful Indian rat snake. So those were the first two times I saw a snake. Okay, so out of all the snake species that I've seen in the wild, which is my absolute favorite? Okay, so I've literally seen so many snakes during the safaris and trails that I've gone over the past so many years, and definitely my absolute. I have three wildlife snake sightings that were my absolute favorite. I had gone for a morning trail a couple of months ago, and I saw a really beautiful Duméril's black-headed snake. They're one of the most rarely seen snakes because they're really tiny snakes, and they spend most of their life in leaf litter. They're fossorial snakes, and I saw one. They're crepuscular as well, so really specific times that they are active. And apart from being crepuscular and fossorial, they're just really rarely seen. So it was really delightful that I got to see a really beautiful Dumeril's black-headed snake in the wild, and that was definitely one of the most beautiful sightings. I also really one of the best sightings that I saw was when I saw Sahyadri Vine Snake a few years ago. That was definitely a really beautiful sighting because I've seen a lot of vine snakes, but I'd never seen a Sahyadri vine snake, and they're such well camouflaged snakes, and it was really high up in the tree perched, but it was one of the most beautiful snakes that I've ever seen. And my third most favorite sighting of a snake that I saw was the Gunther's racer. I had gone for a mountain trek, and I remember me and the naturalist had spotted a couple of bullfrogs. We had seen a couple of fungoid frogs. We had seen a lot of beautiful birds as well, like the blue-tailed bee-eater, and a couple of birds of prey like the buzzard and kestrel. So it was a really beautiful bird watching day as well. But we saw a really small snake, and it was a really beautiful Gunther's racer. It was slithering through the rugged rocks of the mountain. It was really, absolutely, what a breathtaking sight. Really beautiful snake. And I remember the naturalist explained to me that Gunther's racers are snakes that are really rarely seen, and it's one of the most beautiful sightings of a snake that I've ever seen. The way it was slithering across the mountain rocks, and really, what a beautiful snake, you guys. So those are my three most favorite snake sightings that I've seen, and that was literally amazing. Oh, but the question was, which is the favorite snake species? Okay, but I told you guys my favorite snake sightings. Okay, so my favorite snake species. Uh, my favorite snake species has to definitely be the checkered keelback. I think that they're the most beautiful snakes because I've seen them in so many different places, so many different trails that I've gone to. Many times I've seen them basking near the pond or swimming near the shallow edges of the pond. They're really, really, really beautiful snakes, and I love checkered keelbacks. They're one of the most beautiful snakes ever. Okay, so what else did I do related to wildlife this week? Okay, so I went for a couple of more trails this week where I went bird watching. I saw really, really beautiful birds, and I saw I had gone bird watching in the morning where I saw the Tickle's blue flycatcher. That was a really, really beautiful bird. I saw the hoopoe, which I hadn't seen in a few years. The last time I saw the hoopoe was in, I think it was in Kanha National Park during a safari a couple of years ago. But I saw hoopoe during the morning trail as well, so that was really fascinating. Um, I saw the water hen. I love water hens. They're really beautiful. I saw the white-throated kingfisher. I saw a common blue kingfisher, cormorants, a really beautiful turtle as well near the pond basking, and yeah, that was the trail. And yeah, a few days ago I also went to a bird sanctuary that was really, really beautiful. When I went to that bird sanctuary, I saw the ibis. I also saw a really beautiful crescent serpent eagle. I've seen a couple of crescent serpent eagles in Painch, but it was the first time that I've seen one so close to home. And crescent serpent eagles are really beautiful because their main source of food is snakes. So wherever you see a crescent serpent eagle, there are definitely a lot of snakes in that area. And I also saw for the first time in my life, I saw a gray fronted green pigeon. um, a few months back was the first time I saw the yellow footed green pigeon for the first time, and now I saw the grey fronted green pigeon. It actually came by the pond to drink some water, and it was so cautious of the water. It was such a beautiful bird, you guys. One of the most beautiful birds that I've ever seen. Literally, such a beautiful bird. So, that was those were the different birds I saw. I also saw when I'd gone to a bird sanctuary, I also saw a few macaques. I saw a few langurs eating leaves perched up on the tree. I saw a really beautiful Brahmini kite as well. A few babblers. I saw a yellow-throated sparrow for the first time as well. I had never seen a yellow-throated sparrow before. So it was overall a really, really amazing experience. I had a lot of fun going to different wildlife places this week.